What's the secret to wearing a boa well? Oh, this is nice. You got a picture of me, Harry Styles, and David Bowie, all boa-wearing men. What's the secret to wearing a boa well? Just be fabulous. Hi, I'm Lenny Kravitz, and Esquire has asked me to explain some things. So let's get into it, shall we? You wear sunglasses frequently. No, I don't. What's the one pair you lost that you still haven't forgotten? I had this pair of sunglasses that was the first gift given to me by Zoe's mom. I wore them through the Let Love Rule tour, wore them in lots of pictures, my first pictures that I ever took, and then they were gone. That was 1989, and I've always missed them. But the part of the story that goes a little against this is that she found the glasses and just a few months ago gave them back to me. So sometimes you just gotta be patient and they'll show up again. Grab your big scarf. It's the first day of fall. How often do you re-earth your iconic scarf? Not often. What was the year that I was caught wearing it? 2012 maybe? So now it's 2023 and I just took it out the other day for the first day of fall. So I hadn't worn it between those two dates. But we'll bring it out. We'll bring it out more often. What gave you the confidence to make your latest music video for your new album? Just going for it. You know, I feel good mentally, spiritually, physically. And anyway, when you see the video, you'll understand. What's been the most important thing your daughter has taught you? How to be a better man, a better human being. Are you a Swiftie? Have to say that I am. Taylor is so down to earth and giving and generous, and that's what I appreciate more than anything. What she's achieved musically and in business is tremendous, and I'm happy for that as well, but what I really love is the human being that she is. You had a creative group of kids in your high school year. Do you keep in touch? I do. I just saw Slash, who I went to high school with, and Gina Gershon, and I don't see Nicolas Cage very much, but he was in our school. His name was Nick Coppola at that time, and I remember doing a play with him. I was in the orchestra, and Nick was on stage. It was Oklahoma. He was singing and dancing and acting, and I was playing drums. And it was a good time. Anything you learned about fame growing up with a mom in the spotlight? I learned that you can make fame be what you want it to be. It doesn't have to consume you and tear you apart or change your character. The first season of The Jeffersons, when we moved from New York to Los Angeles, my mother took 2 city buses to get from Santa Monica, where we were living, to CBS on Beverly Boulevard. Because she was a New York woman, she's like, we take the bus. I'm from New York. That's what you do. After the first season, she of course could not because she was highly recognizable. But we had no maid. We cleaned the house ourselves. So I was very fortunate to have that as my example. And of course, as a teenager, I didn't understand it at all until I became older, because I was like, where's the fancy car? And where's this? And what are we doing? And why are you cleaning the house yourself? And why am I cleaning the house? But thank God. What's your most meaningful tattoo? The tattoo on my forearm. It's a portrait of my mother. How did being a young artist in New York inform your musical career? I was being educated before I realized it, growing up around the likes of Miles Davis and Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, and so on and so forth. My parents were very gracious in the sense that they wanted to expose me to music and art, so it has everything to do with who I am today, and I wouldn't be who I am today without the blessing of those experiences. My first concert was the Jackson 5 at Madison Square Garden. My second concert was James Brown at the Apollo Theater when Bootsy Collins was playing bass. One of my fondest memories is when I was 5. The Duke Ellington Big Band played Happy Birthday for me, and his lead saxophonist, Paul Gonsalves, walked over to the table and played the melody right in my face, and I got to sit on Duke's lap in soundcheck. It's pretty heavy. If you were stranded on a deserted island and could only take 5 albums with you, what would they be? Number 1 would be Stevie Wonder Intervisions. I'd have to have a Bob Marley, so Rastaman Vibration. I'd have to have a Jimi Hendrix, so that would be Electric Ladyland. I'd have to have Led Zeppelin. That would be Zeppelin 4. What would the 5th one be with those? have to be a Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. If your archives flooded and you could only save one of your songs, which would it be and why? That's easy. It would be Let Love Rule, because that is what it is all about. Your first music video for Let Love Rule was iconic. Do you remember its origin story? Yes, actually, I made 2 videos for Let Love Rule. They were both beautiful. The first one was done by an incredible filmmaker by the name of Matt Mahurin. He made the video for Tracy Chapman for Fast Car. Really beautiful, really moody, but I always had this image of the song being very bright and outdoors. We ended up making a second video, which Zoe's mom directed. We went to Central Park, we went to Woodstock, and we made the video. And the DP, who died far too young, was a gentleman by the name of Harris Savitas. He also was the DP for my video, Are You Gonna Go My Way, directed by the incredible Mark Romanek. What memories does this photo bring up for you? It's a picture of me and Prince. I love this man, not only for everything he gave me and the planet through his music, but he really became like a big brother and somebody that I really loved deeply and respected deeply. And we shared a lot of beautiful moments together in life, and I miss him every day. Can you tell us anything about your new album? My new album is entitled Blue Electric Light. It was recorded in the Bahamas at my studio, and it is beautiful. What makes a great guitar? All guitars are different. They're sort of living beings. I play vintage guitars that mostly come from the 50s and the 60s. Being that they're that old, the wood has had time to age, they're warmer, they're more pure sounding, and they're like people. They're all different, and you have to play a lot of them to find the ones that speak to you. What other instruments do you treasure beside your guitar? I treasure all of my instruments. They're all very precious to me. Beside my vintage guitars, I have, basses and drum sets, different keyboards, pianos, organs. I keep a lot of things on hand, being that I'm able to play them all and they're ready. So when I hear music, I'm able to go into the studio and everything is set up, ready to go, and I can create as seamlessly as possible. The last song I listened to was Liquid Love by Roy Ayers. That's been my song of the summer. I wake up in the morning and I play it over and over and over and over. It just makes me feel like life. Were you as healthy in your early career as you are today? I feel that I've always been healthy and I've always been health conscious, but I've become more healthy and more knowledgeable. I've acquired more discipline to do the things that I need to do to keep the hands of time where they need to be. What decade was the best ever for fashion? For me, I'd say the 70s. That's when I was really impressionable, and it was just a really expressive time in fashion, and I was around all these great people that I just thought were so funky. Tell us about your relationship to dentistry. One of the wonderful things that I've been able to do, along with my partners, is provide incredible dental care for people in the Bahamas for absolutely free. What made you move to Paris? From the first time I went to Paris, I fell in love. There's just a beauty and a sexiness, a sophistication that I love there. I always see it with fresh eyes each time I'm there. There's always something that catches your eye. There's always something new. It's just a stunning city. What's your watch grail? I collect vintage watches, but right now, my favorite is the Jaja Lecoultre watch that I just did the campaign for. And it's not just because I did the campaign. The watch is stunning. The craftsmanship is incredible, and it's beautiful. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this information, and we'll see you next time. Love.